230.
Right there, 54 miles.
Woo-hoo.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 2 there, second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Like 5.
Mike 54. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
At their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Value 3.
A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Out of the gun, Goff. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Going deep for Moncrief. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch the slam. Ric Flair. 198.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 6-0 our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, it didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And taken right at the 35. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
At the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's gone. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be caught. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for it.
And this is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Now a first down throw. Gone. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach. Jonathan Coachman standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Goff being chased out left. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Gone. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, Gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Rams 14, Steelers 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to pull them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the 43-yard line.
Pick your game up.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Pass incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Hold on. Check.
Here's Goff. He's going to walk one deep left side here. This is caught. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish it,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another carry now for Gurley, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey!
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side complete. It's McDonald. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McDonald. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert!
Ben to throw again. That's caught, the former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Corey Littleton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Boom! That's how we do it.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now Roethlisberger. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught in the back of 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
My God. 180. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing